Uno momento. Hello. Right. I got the template here and everything. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I just started something new. 1 second. Because, wait, hold on. Let me toggle this off for a second. I just want to open something. I'm always not, like, I'm never sure if I closed everything properly, which is why. Give me a second. What do I have? I have this. Where's the other one? This. There we go. How you doing? Wait, it's opening, right? So I was thinking, since I need more original art, I just wanna see, I'm just making these because I technically just need more original stock if I want to, you know, like table at a convention. And somehow it's like, on one hand, it's not bad. It's like, it's okay. But it's also not hitting the itch, you know, that I wanted to itch. Does that make sense? That's the photo card thingy. And then, where is it? Did I put it in? Did I put it here? Yeah, I think so. Right, like I like this composition. Like it's got depth, it's got enough elements and stuff. And this doesn't feel the same. Wait, why did my music stop? Okay. Right? Like it doesn't feel like it has the same depth and everything. Which is why I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little torn on this. I think these would be these would be fine for like as mini prints, you know, or like postcards. Yeah, maybe it's because the person itself, like if you look at this thingy stands out a lot, but you can't really see the silhouette of the girl. I wonder, let's see, what if can I take the girl? Do I have the, oh, I don't have her. I don't have her on a separate layer either. Right, and usually if you look at it, it kind of tells you where you need more saturation and stuff. So technically, I should be taking this part and maybe, you know, like adding a correction layer. We can just add one really quick. And then if I take this, it just amp up the saturation, right? You know what, maybe I could make the robe a different color or something. But then if I toggle it off, right, it would look... Oh, you know what, that's not even... Wait, that's not even bad! Wait, hold on, that's kind of weird, hold on. Hello? I think my mouse is a little broken, maybe the battery is low or something. Oh, you know, maybe, hold on. Let me try to fix these things. We can just check where we want to add more. But then also if I put it on CYMK. Oh no, it still works. That's interesting. Because I was worried that maybe it wouldn't feel as saturated. Let's see. That's a funny pose. It's funny because she was like, oop, what did I get stuck on, you know? Don't mind me, just let her be. See, there's like a bit of a rhythm, right? It's like 1, 2, 3. There's like 3 patches of blue. You don't really want to do all 3 of them because then it's like distracting. You don't know where to look. So you just do the most saturation over here and then just like gradually fades, maybe? I wish I could draw like you. What? Weird thing to say, but okay. Thank you, I guess. I'm also saying, maybe... I genuinely, maybe this is already enough. But then again, like something's missing in the back. Does that make sense? It's like, it's too empty. No, we'll just workshop this a little bit. Like I was thinking maybe we just need a third little cloud coming in. Yeah, clouds usually do the trick. But it's probably shouldn't be down here. I feel like it's specifically this space that feels too empty. And I also don't want to necessarily fill it with clouds. But then it's also like there isn't really a foreground element that I can just like plop in there. And originally I had one of these things over here, I think, and that balanced it out a little bit. Hold on, I can probably show you. Oh yeah, basically, originally it was like this. And I think that was a little bit more balanced. But I also didn't want it to be like all four corners. I didn't want all four corners to have like an item. And originally I flipped this and I had this one over here, I think. But then I saw that like, oh, there's like this giant arc. Maybe it makes sense. Because like, this is so distracting, right? I was like, maybe I should put the thingy over here. Which is why I turned it around and put it on this side. But now this side's too empty. Do you see my dilemma? Do you have a preference? Do you like this one more? No, I don't. Like, it does repeat this pattern, right? Like, it does repeat the arcs. One arc, and then there's a second arc. And she's like in between. So maybe that's not too bad, but then I feel like I would need to have something along this line, maybe? I don't know, let me see. Maybe I can make a little bit of a... Like, maybe I can make a grid. And then I can see if something works out. Why does my music keep stopping? I'm confused. Give me a second. Hello? Oh shit, I think my Google Chrome died. Sometimes I just put some squiggly lines. I mean, that works. I could put something abstract, right? But I'm not in the Epstein files. What? Hi, Mao. Also, my PC. Oh, give me a second. This is a little. Where's my PC is dead? It's just dead. Let me restart Chrome. Give me a second. The fucking ads! I have ad block! Why are you not working? German ads too. Are you okay? Okay. Horses. There are squiggly lines. I did add some squiggly lines already. I don't think I should be adding more. The robe is already a squiggly line. I think I'm gonna make the robe a little red though. I think that would help. But yeah, I can't think of, you know, maybe. Give me a second. That's a little loud. It's loud on my end. Alright. It might be a bit loud on that end as well. Is this okay? Okay. Yes, maybe, you know what? Maybe this isn't too bad. There's like these two arcs. Let me see. Maybe I'm trying to see where I can add some like birds. Life's muzukashi. Where? No. See, that's why I'm like, maybe I should, you know what? Let me keep struggling with this one instead. Ooh, actually, ooh. Let me make a second. Yeah, make a second version. Merge to new. Merge visible to new layers. And then I do like the layout simply because it feels more like a postcard or like a print that's like appropriate for this. I don't know. Sometimes a white border feels nicer than it being like this. Does that make sense? I feel like if you have a piece of art that feels a little bit like a photo, it's kind of nice to put a white border around it. But if you have a drawing that feels more graphic, it makes sense not to have a border around it, weirdly enough. At least in my case. Because I feel like the white border makes it a little bit more graphic and then it feels better to put on the wall. I don't know. It's a little weird. Oh. Maybe like this. And then also, 1 second. I did fix the face a little bit. Let me just grab this part. Essentially, I just want a version. Oh. I just want a version where we have the thing on one side and then another version where it's on the other side. Take this. Push it up a little. Hold on. Let me put this in a folder. This in a folder. See, this is why it takes me so long. Because my compositions are so shit, I have to look at it for like 3 hours until I can make a decision. I like how this space is filled out with this one. But I like the flow of this one more, weirdly enough. Yeah, hold on. Let me try. Let me see what I can put in the empty space. Just to see if there's anything that I can make to fill it out nicely so it feels natural. And if not, I'll have to go with the original idea. Making it as tiny as possible to see if it feels nice as a big picture. You know what? I might have to go with this one. Okay. Okay, I'll flip it around again. I'll flip it back around. Man, wait, hold on. I just need to grab this part specifically. Oh. And then just make a cleaner selection. I have to clean it up afterwards anyways. It would be something like this. Move this over. Wait, but now it still feels off. Wait. Just undo it. Something feels off. I might just have to grab different parts. But the pier is lower. Question is it a big deal? Or can I just grab this part and then slap it on? Oh. I'll just grab this. And I think originally put it a little higher. Wait, but now that I look at this one, it's not too bad. Wait, someone choose. Do you like ring on the left or ring on the right? Oh, but this one does have a bit of a tangent going on. Like this thingy going straight into the pole. That is a tangent. Fine, fine, I'll go with this one. And let's see. That's probably fine. Let me check the value structure. That makes sense. We can probably put a halo on this. Not halo, but like bloom. Just around that area. Value structure seems okay. The one thing that I'm still struggling with is probably the saturation. And also like hue. There's not a lot of distinction between hue. Like I wonder if I take this right. I also need to move this. If I take this, and I take... What if I... Would it be weird if I rotated the... If I rolled the wheel a little bit? See, because I do like a little bit of an accent color. With the red from the safety ring or something, like the rescue ring. So I don't want the girl to have too much color contrast, which is why I made her hair blue. Like cyan, I suppose. But it doesn't show up all that well. The green showed up nicely, but it was also scuffed. And we already had a green girl. I mean, I could also give her a different color of pants, but then... It's not really... It doesn't really feel sailor anymore, does it make sense? The sea has to be blue. And also I wanted this to feel a little bit like a mermaid as well. Just visually. That's a lie. I just made that up. I changed the color of this. Can you even see it? Oh, you can't? Oh. See what I mean? It doesn't feel the same. It's not the same if I give this a different color. And I don't want this to turn into like a Wings Club situation or something, you know? Where like everyone has a color. Everyone has a specific color to them. And then there are the Power Rangers. Don't want that. With these blues, I don't even think it's possible to show them off when it's printed. Because it turns into this purple. What if the sky's the problem? Usually you can go pretty dark with the color of the sky. I also want them to look good next to each other, so I probably don't want to go too dark. I want it to feel airy, but usually when the sky gets this dark, it almost feels heavy. Doesn't make sense. It's very vibrant. Maybe it's not, actually maybe it's not bad. But yeah, I wanted all of the skies to have like a similar, you know, like if you put these next to each other. This one's too intense now, isn't it? If you remove it, it's easier to put them next to each other. Maybe like this? I think that's acceptable. And then this one. Oh. I don't think I want to make that one darker. Maybe just a tiniest gradient, like that. It's not tiny. That's pretty significant. And then also this kind of this little sparkle thing, it should probably be more significant as well. Like it should be pretty big. I don't know. it doesn't need to be heavy or anything, but I think I should just carve out a little bit more space. Have a little bit more sparkle to it. And the clouds. You know what, I'll just keep it like that. I'll just keep it like that and then I'll start cleaning them up when I have time. Alright. Anyways, this is the actual thing that I wanted to draw. So let's see. Let's see where we're going. I'll just... It's been 30 minutes already. Oh. I want it to be a little bit more mature than this. Maybe around here. Still a soft kinda cheek. A bit more like this. Now the face is a little off. I think the center's around. Yeah. I'm gonna screw this a little. It needs to be a bit more forward facing. Not forward facing, that's a weird word. Oh. One's too short. Like if I connect the sides. Of the head. I don't know. Doesn't feel like it connects properly. So it's probably... It's probably because the eyes don't match the face. Oh. This one needs to be a little smaller, maybe? So it sits better. Let's see, where are the palms? Palms over here. This one keeps fucking me up. It's been so many years, yet I still cannot draw the pinky finger when it's like curled up. How you doing? This one needs to be shorter. I don't think I've seen Timmy in a while. I guess I'm busy with art school. Okay, it needs to be a little smaller. At least like the palm. See, this is where you should take photographs for more natural poses. Unless you have like a really good feeling of how to make things feel natural. My last class was gym and I feel stinky. But the weekends are here. Yay! I love the weekends. I can, you know, sleep in tomorrow. I was talking to someone at work and I was like, yeah, I was able to sleep in today. I slept until like 8 AM, right? He's like, 8 AM? That's not sleeping in. I'm like, I mean, I got my full 8 hours of sleep, pretty much. But then I was also like, but you know, like, truly sleeping in is probably around like, it's double digits, you know? Unless it's double digits, I have not slept in. So I'm looking forward to double digit waking tomorrow. Bro, please sleep milk? I still have 2 hours. I still have 2 hours. 2 hours are still fine. Don't worry, just let me draw for 2 hours. I did finish setting up the files for Foss and Daya. Give me a second, maybe. Yeah, that's better. For Foss and Daya from Hoseki no Kuni, so I can probably I can put in an order for some test prints, basically, of photo cards. I'm thinking of adding in another like OC photo card, right? So if I do end up tabling, I'll be like, yeah, first 50 customers or something get a photo card, or it's like get a photo card with a purchase of 20 bucks, something like that, you know? Is this a new OC? Everything's an OC. Honestly, like at this point, I don't think it's even worth asking me anymore if it's an OC or not. It's like it's an OC without a story. They're just aesthetic. Just OCs for the sake of aesthetics. You know? Wait, does your finger even do that? Feels like it's one curl too much. One, two. It doesn't need to be fully curled, I suppose. Why? See, sometimes I want to cut corners, right? But then I'm like, if I don't finish drawing this finger, people will accuse me of drawing of AI. Cause I'm like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do this. This also looks stupid. So I just want to, you know, like fully curl in, or it's like hidden behind a cheek. It's doing something. But if I do this and it goes behind the cheek, people will be like, why is she stabbing herself with her finger? Like, is this AI? It just like enters and it never comes out the other way. Something like that, right? And I'm like, I cannot. I'm going to be cooked. Not the AI accusations, but you're drawing live, so you're chill. You're right. That's true. That's true. Because I was in this one server, and you know, there were people that were like looking at this artist, and they were like, "Hey, is it just me, or does this real like feel very AI?" And I was looking at it. I'm like, I mean, there's some. I was like, no, this kind of looks like a progression. Like they have so many art pieces, and it's also like the art style is very reminiscent of what you saw back in the day on Tumblr as well, right? And it's like the progression as well. The progression also made a lot of sense. There wasn't a part where I was like, oh my god, there's like a very strong switch, right? Even if there is, sometimes it still makes sense. And I was looking at it, and I was like, I replied in this, so I was like, no, I don't think so. This seems very, like, the level of skill, the level of anatomy, it's all kind of like consistent, right? And the progression as well. And then they were so adamant about it being AI, and they're like, no, this is clearly traced, etc. And I was like, no, but like, there isn't even like this trace or like the weirdness of things blending in. Like, I don't know. I was like, and then I was, you know, and then at some point I was like, you know what? Who are these people? Right? And I was looking at their art, and then they were like from a completely different genre of the of like art style, basically, right? Like, imagine someone who only draws chibis, and then, you know, accusing someone who only drew illustrations of drawing AI. I'm like, you're not even an illustrator. Does that make, like, you're a completely different genre? How do you know the workflows of the other person? There's like so many, you know, even sometimes you know, the cat, oh, I forgot her name, but like the cat Lism or something. She always says like, yeah, no, nobody draws like that, like things one by one. People usually do like a basic color, pass and blah. Nobody can choose the colors perfectly, first try, etc., right? And there are some people who just like start rendering the eye, just like finish it, and then like start drawing around it. There are genuinely people like that. I've seen speed paints like 10 years back where people did that. I was like, Cat and Chad, yeah, her. And I was like, sometimes she says things where I'm like, that's not. And you also have to think about that she's probably someone who also has like a digital art background, right? Rather than a traditional art background. Because people who learn how to draw traditionally that then switch to that's a joint too much. That then switch to digital, sometimes they just like keep their traditional workflows, and then they do really weird stuff on digital art. And someone who started out digitally, or like learned, I don't know, like doesn't have like the traditional training, but does the traditional, like learned drawing digitally, those people have like completely different, you know, like workflows and stuff. Because for example, if you learn digitally, right, you're gonna make use of these like things like layer modes and clipping layers, and it's like just like very layer based. Does it make sense? So we do certain things, like we keep layering on top, or we like finish one base layer and then we continue on with the next, etc. Right? But people who draw traditionally, they might do an underwash first, and then they like slowly paint in different parts, or they're like crazy ones where they already have like a set of colors that they usually use. You know, like they have their own color palette already ready, like a gouache set, right? And then they just know which colors to use to do a certain type of shading, so they can just like go straight in and just like start rendering bits and pieces. Set of colors is so crazy to me. Oh, actually, let me show you what I mean. Basically, hold on. Let me show you. Errol posted this. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, this is just line art, technically, right? It's like this person doing the free run challenge. And if you look at how they draw, right? They do like one shape and then another shape, and then they draw everything like bit by bit. They do like a line. They draw like the whole spine, and then they, you know, add more and just like add details. You know? And someone like Kat usually would say, no, you would do the whole silhouette first instead of like drawing everything bit by bit. Like, I wonder, honestly, if we probably scold, there might be people who are like, oh, this AI. I don't think so. Right? But, you know, they like keep adding things bit by bit. And they go all over, and they are pretty... This person is very structured. Okay, I think it's most noticeable with the muscles. And then they draw like... They keep going up and down, right? They draw each tooth, and then, you know, they just continue on. They don't do like one big overall thing. They just like they're basically doing line art already. Does that make sense? And do you see how they like draw the ribs? They just like add them, and somehow it like perfectly works out. And then you've got the muscles, right? Do you see how they're drawing them? They're just like doing one line, and then they immediately draw bit by bit. And some people render like this. Some people do like shading like that immediately. Like this person, they don't do the shape, and then they, you know, they do like one line a piece at a time, or like they've like constructed. It's not just like, okay, you've got a silhouette here, and then they fill it out, right? But do you see what I mean? It's kind of like they draw everything bit by bit. And if someone was rendering or like painting like that, Kat would say like, it's a little suspicious that they kind of paint like that because nobody does this. And I'm like, no. You don't do this. Right? It's like, you have a different workflow than them, but like there are people who will just, you know, draw like that. Like they already have a placement done, but some people don't even... They can just imagine basically this underdrawing, this rough drawing, and then they just like straight up draw like this, and then they fix it afterwards with the liquify tool. But then Kat would, like someone like Kat would be like, no, they don't even have a rough sketch. They just like draw, like fully render an eye, and then they add stuff. I'm like, maybe they just learned how to do that because they keep drawing traditionally. You can see that this person has like very... I don't know. I think this is my assumption of them, okay? That they drew a lot on paper. Which is why they also chose this like very pencil-like pen. Because it's very reminiscent of drawing on paper. And if you're drawing on paper, you are kind of bound... Like if you want to draw cleanly, you're kind of bound to draw like this, because you don't want to like keep having to erase shit. So you're just like, I'm just gonna do like, gonna do everything at once. I'm not gonna do an underpainting. I'm just gonna get so good at it that I can imagine the correct shapes and then just like immediately put them down. You see that? Like they have so little corrections, like especially over here and stuff. And then obviously when they're doing the shading, it feels like obviously less AI and stuff, but you know, the way they construct things is just, I don't know, it feels like very traditional. And then you can kind of see how it falls apart like when they start painting, because it feels like they're more experienced doing actual like pencil sketches and lining and inking than actually like red painting techniques. Which is I think it's interesting because I feel like their painting technique feels a little like less skilled than their drawing techniques. Right? Yeah, I don't know. And then some people are like different. They can just like, they think in shapes so well that they just can put it down as a painting because they've got good painting technique. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. That's weird. Anyways, I think I got the hand in a decent position. No need to worry about it anymore. Okay, the thing is, do we want... I kind of want... Let's see. The shape is a little weird, I think. Okay, maybe it's because my hands are a little like on the longer side. Did I? Oh, okay. I feel like this needs to be a bit more skinny. Not skinny as in, you know, like she needs to lose, like she's fat. But hold on. So my hands, right? My palms are pretty long. My palms are like this, basically. Does that make sense? So I've got like long fingers. And you know, some people have like shorter palms, and then it's a little bit more, it feels a bit more cute, you know? Yeah, mine are more vertical. That's all I wanted to say. My hands are just more vertical. So these fingers, they feel a little, they don't feel right. I wish I had those Ikemen hands. Me too. I think my hands are fine. Weirdly enough, I like my hands more when I look at the inside of my hands, because if I look at the outside of my hands, I'm like, ooh, that's kind of ugly. Because my hands are kind of crooked and my like nail shapes are a little weird. So I like the inside of my hands. People say I do have pretty hands, but I don't know about that. And then also, hands are like the only part that always, like, basically my hands and wrists. My hands, wrists, feet and ankles, they're always like really skinny. Which is why I am, like, it's so deceptive for me. It is so deceptive because I only see my hands and feet, right? I don't really see my body, like if I'm not looking in a mirror. So I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm skinny enough. But then I see a photo of myself and I'm like, oh shit, you're fat. I see myself in the... Even if I see myself in the mirror, I'm sometimes like, yeah, that's okay. But then I see myself on a photo, I'm like, oh shit, that's fat. Especially because then you have also, like, you also have comparison to other girls and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. And other people are like, no, you're not fat. But I'm like flabby. Does that make sense? I'm not like obese or any. Well, actually, with my fat percentage, I would probably be considered obese. But like, I don't look obese. Does that make sense? I'm not like fat, but it's like I'm skinny fat, I suppose. I just wished I had more muscle. Me too, but you gotta work so hard for it, and I don't like working hard. Okay, I want to be lazy. I don't like working hard. Okay. No, I'm not obese. I'm not obese. If I say I'm fat, I don't mean I am obese. I just mean I'm flabby. Okay, I'm like chubby. People are like, yeah, go work out. I'm like, I can't. I don't know, man. I need like social commitment for me to actually work out. Which is why I think Which is why I think team sport was great. Because if you were forced to do it by another person, I'm like, sure, I can do it. But if I can't force myself. I can be forced by another person, but I cannot force myself. This is like, this feels so, drawing this feels so old school. I don't know. Like it's been a while since I last drew like this. Just like loosely, just constructing as I go rather than thinking of the whole pose. And then, you know, let me see. I want it to be more zoomed in though, so something like this should be okay. I want to see how big that is. In size. The question is, do I want to crop it later? Because I kind of want it to be business card sized. I think I want it to be business card size. Just probably... Oh. No, I think this is perfect. Alright, what kind of hairstyle do we want to give her? Wolf cut? Why are you so... fucking demands? Wow. Immediately going for something so difficult. You can't even see it because it's so zoomed in. Wolf cuts are cute, they are, but still. Wait, do you mean a wolf cut as in like actual wolf cut, or do you mean it more on like Stell from Honkai Star Rail? About it. So I was thinking about something more generic, honestly. Bangs. She looks like Scaramouche right now. I just drew a female Scaramouche. Fuck my life. Why did he have to have such a... Why did he have to have such a cute hairstyle? Let's see. Also, I want to have like really nice sparkly eyes. Hold on, let me pull up some reference inspiration so I can get a better idea of. What am I doing? What's happening to my screen? Wait a second. Let's see. I wanna draw eyes like this, just more sparkly, right? Like this kind of low contrast but saturated. Shiro visual, and then something like this, you know. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love the way they drew the Miku hair. And you can see how it's like so painterly. Does that make sense? They didn't have to do a lot of like line art for this. And I want to get to a point where it's like this. It feels sharp and like rendered, but it's not, you know, like you didn't have to do all of the steps of like doing line art, blah, 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 you know? I think that's one of the things that is like very Western. It's like heavily influenced from the Western. Like you do line arts, you do base colors. It's the West is really the West is like really how do I say it? Systematic. I don't even think there's a lot of lasso going on in here. It feels like they're just simply using the like base pen, G pen, you know, like the base circle thingy. Does it make sense? Like occasionally there's a little bit of a lasso in there, but it's like over here, for example, there's a little bit of lasso work. That's what it feels like. Just while like making the shapes, but the rest of it is mostly like the base pen and stuff, right? By the way, you can see the, right? You can see the name. It's always in the center. That's their like at. If we're looking at something, it's always over here in the center. It might be a bit small, but you can zoom in, right? I make sure to name my files after the person. Drawing like eyes like that, right? Again, I think the West is like very systematic in their approach, because I feel like Japanese illustrators and even like the Chinese ones, they do a more painterly style. Like they're focused on doing the shapes and like blocking out the shapes and stuff, and then adding line art afterwards, rather than doing like sketch, line art, base color, etc. Or that specific thing is very animation, like based off of animation rather than illustration. And then I think Koreans are like the extreme mix. Are like an extreme mix of both Western and Asian. Like they take the Western systematics, everything's like systematic, everything has a technique, and everything needs to be done to like the Asian excellency level. Does it make sense? Koreans are so extreme. I would never want to be a Korean. I'm so glad I'm not a Korean. Like the only thing that would be nice if you're a Korean is like if you love social media and Instagram and I don't know, like trends and K-pop and stuff. You know, if you love that, it's great to be Korean. If you don't, like everything else around Korea, I'm like, just like Korean lifestyle. And I'm so sad because like I have a Korean friend and she's, I don't know, she's like the biggest Korea hater too. I'm like, girl, I don't think, it can't be that bad, right? It's like, I know we've heard bad things about Korea, but the way you talk about your own motherland, you know, that's not even funny anymore. Like, girl, there's good stuff coming out of your motherland. You don't need to deny your heritage. But she loves Japanese stuff, and she feels so conflicted about it. She's so cute. She feels so conflicted about liking Japanese stuff because of, you know, the history. Hold on, I think, where was it? Did I put in posters? Oh yeah. These. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I had kind of something like this in mind, just like, you know, cuter. But yeah, never mind. We'll just wing it. Oh god, now that I go back and look. You know what? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me take this and I'll just undo all of the hair and the scaling. I think I need more space. Okay, I need more space. Just to figure out a hair. Right, it kinda looks so wonky and off now that I look at it. When M was like, I wish I could draw like you, I'm like, I don't. Where? What do you see in this? Genuinely. Look at this, my art is so wonky. It's crazy. That's the one thing that I hate about my art. It's like, it's so wonky and you can kind of see it. Maybe it's because I always use these like thick ass brushes. I don't know. Just go with the 10 and then we're cleaning up later anyways. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder? I think something's wrong with you guys' eyes. Okay, the thing is I don't know what kinda... right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with your guys' eyes. But yeah, I think you need to get it checked out. And then also, there could be, you know, this element. I always chalk it up to the element of like, oh, they're young, you know, they're still like working. I just have like a more trained eye than them, which is why I can see all of the mistakes I make and stuff. Like if a professional person looked at it, they'd also be like, yeah, your art's kind of wonky, like fix this, fix that, right? But if you haven't experienced what not wonky looks like, right, you can't tell from my art how wonky it actually is. Okay, Ankh, thanks, Sensei. See, this is probably something that would have been fine if I just... Would have probably been fine if I just, you know, blocked that out. Colors. Sorry, I don't think it's going to be a wolf cut. Might end up looking a little bit more elegant than that. Shall we give her a hat? Or should I just move it up? Wait, hold on. We'll figure it out. Thing is, what kind of bangs do I want? It could be an elegant wolf cut. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. Girl, you and your wolf cuts. See, this is the Western wolf cut, right? These are what I expect. These are not what I expect when I look at a wolf cut. Because I always imagine the Asian Korean thingy. Because I'm Asian myself, right? So I always look up Asian hairstyles. Because, you know, it kind of suits our hair better. But then also, I feel like there's two different types of Asian hair. One's like the Korean, Japanese, or like even Chinese. Chinese have them too, right? It's like, and even Southeast Asians. Southeast Asians can also have like soft, silky, thin hair, right? And this is like the type that is like really soft, silky, and thin. And I think mine's heavier than that. Like mine's more blunt like this. But then there's like hair that is like so soft. It's almost like Western hair, just in black. Does that make sense? And then there's Asian hair. The like Asian black hair, and then there's like the Western black hair. I don't know. And Koreans and Japanese sometimes have like the Western black hair. Maybe it's because of the, yeah, I don't know. I know it's hard to describe. It's just like it has like the thinness and the silkiness of like Westerners with just the black color. But if you're like Asian, you can also have the like, it's like black hair, but it has like, it feels completely different. Something like that might be cute. I guess Byleth has a hair. Byleth has hair like that. And so you can't even see it. Aiko, you can't even see it. You can't even see that it's a wolf card girl. Jellyfish haircut? I mean, that's kinda what it's gonna turn into. I'll give her a beret, since I'm already going for this like super round shape. Might as well. Still looks cute though, thank you. So I guess this is the type of girl. You know what? You know what? Girls love me. Girls fucking love me apparently. Like, when I was playing Project Sekai, right? Have you seen the new Akito card? Have you seen me in the server? The girls fucking love me. Ann keeps coming home. Like she keeps coming home, but I want the Akito. Akito, I have not a single 4-star Akito card on my. Wait, hold on. On my JPN account. I don't have a single Akito card, like 4-star Akito card. Only 3 stars. Cause look at this. It looks so good. I'm poor. I've done 4 pulls. I'm so good. This illustration is so fucking beautiful too. This one's one of my favorite illustrations. It's probably the angle. It's the expression. It's just really nice. That ginger cat, yes. I mean, see, that's the one thing that I was a little sad about in Project Sekai. I was a little disappointed in the male characters. I don't know. I thought I'd like them more, but I didn't end up liking the male characters all that much, to be honest. So I'm like, that's a little sad. But like aesthetically it's great. And then also I was hoping one of the like male, and I also don't like Akito's or Toya's like singing voices. Yeah, I didn't like Toya as much, to be honest. Weirdly enough, I kind of liked him more. But then you know, usually I have this like sickness, right? If one of my friends likes the character, I'm like forcing myself not to like the character either. I'm like, no, I don't want, you know, that's yours. You took dibs on them. I like this guy more. But like secretly, I like the other guy more. Singing wise? Oh. Mook don't do that? Singing wise, I like Toya's voices color. I like Toya's voice color more because it's like softer, it's like smoother. I like smooth voices, right? Smooth and velvety. And Akito's is a little like, it's a little grating. Like I don't like his singing technique, I think. I like Shiho's singing technique. Like I like her color and her singing technique. Each has like the typical, like the very typical clean girl. Does it make sense? It's like the typical yutaite. It's just like what you think of a Japanese singer type of vibe. And then I also like Mizuki's singing style. And then also fuck, what was her name? Shimizu has a very soft and breathy voice. But I like the way she sings. Yeah. I like all the boys' designs except Tsukasa. Tsukasa for some reason. Tsukasa's always like a hit or miss. Sometimes he looks like a fucking child, and sometimes Sometimes it's really good. You know, I should save. Honestly, I should save. Hold on. It's like Tsukasa White Day. He had a white day. His white day hairstyle is great. There was like really nice fan art of him that I saw. Right, so I saw these. I was like, ooh, that's nice. And then there's also Akito White Day. I started Project Sekai so I could get this stupid fucking card. Okay, I got it on my EN account. Do I play on my EN account? No, I don't. I spent $100 on my EN account for this. I have the card. I don't play. I don't play on my EN account. I play on my JPN account. Yeah, stupid, I know. He never came home. Yeah, that's stupid. And then there's also a Kaito, Gun Kaito. I forgot what. Project Sekai. Gun Kaito. This one. This one I also have on my EN account. I also have this one on my EN account. I wish I could transfer them to my JPN account. I can't. This one's great. I love the hairstyle. I had it on, like, I had the hairstyle unlocked as well. It's like one of the best outfits and hairstyles for Kaito. And for other characters as well. Yeah. But on my JPN account, see, Akito fucking hates me. Okay? Attractively, I found him the most attractive. He fucking hates me. On my EN account, I had to force him home. I had to open my wallet and force him home. On my JPN account, it's not graced me once. There's so many great Akito cards that I couldn't get because he fucking hates me. Not gonna lie, I think he has the best majority of art compared to the boys. Bro, Kaito came home already? Oh. Kaito? Yeah, Kaito has great art. And then Akito also has great art. But I think Toya has better art actually, I think. Most of the time. Like almost all of the Toya cards are hits. Whereas like Akito, he does have a lot of good cards, but like sometimes some are really good and some are like eh. Frick Toya, I get him too many. I get Rui. Rui fucking loves me. He comes home so much. Funnily enough, I did end up liking him, but he's home so much. What am I gonna do? I can only use one 4-star card. I don't even do ranking or anything. I just play, like, I just put the prettiest card in my squad, and I call it a day. I want the other blue hair dude, Louis. Yeah. You played the game for Louis? He has great cards. There's like one card that I really love. I think it's a New Year's card. Cards. Give me a second. He has really pretty cards. Like his artworks are always really good. This one. This one's my favorite. This one's my favorite. Oh, oops. Let me download it. Actually, oh. Just art. Inspiration. Over here, I guess. Give me my chicken. Yeah, that one's really nice. And then also, he just has a lot of pretty ones. Obviously, sometimes because they are in the theater group, I'm like, oh, that's too theatrical. Like, he sometimes looks like a jester. I'm like, okay, like, we don't need to do that. This one's great. This one's amazing. This one's also really good. The mage one. The mage card is great. I have this one. For some reason, this fucking card, I think this one's the ugliest Rui card. But it's so strong. It's like whenever I swap it out, my score goes down. I'm like, I don't know why. I was like, I don't know if why it gives me so many like points, but anytime I swap it out, my score goes down. This one's a great card too. Okay, why are his... I think I got this one, but I haven't like mastered it yet. Like I haven't like upgraded it yet. This one's cute too, even. Oh, this one was a really pretty one. I think that one was one of the, like in the beginning. There was the one with the where he was sitting in an hourglass or something crying. That one was pretty too. A lot of people got that card because it was that pretty. Project Sekai on cards. I think the newest one. I got a newest one. The one from the current event. The one where... Yeah. Let me see. So I'm not dissatisfied with that card. I finally have a pretty like on card. But yeah. The doggy one I didn't get. Where's the Chinese one? I think this one was the Chinatown one. I didn't get that one. There was one where he was like in a tunnel or something, and I really liked that one. I didn't get that one. This one! I like this one! I didn't get that one. Fucking hates me, this man. I think the only way... I have this one. I have this one, okay? This three stars one. It's the best one I have on my JPN account. And look, it's kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of ugly. I'm sorry. Honestly, I should probably just go for his birthday card or something. I forgot if this was a birthday card. Like, I should probably just get this birthday card and call it a day and be like, oh, all right, I now have a pretty Akito card. Or I just gotta pull on, like, I wanted this one as well. I just fucking hates me. Stupid. This one was pretty nice too. But do you see what I mean? Like a lot of them are like eh. Like this one's kind of eh. This one's also kind of eh. This one's like a lot of his cards are just okay. I feel like he doesn't have a lot of like hits like Louis does. Speaking of birthday cards, I gotta go grind on hype make for Saburo's hype make Saburo birthday card. Oh my god. Heterophobia. Just kidding, heterochromia. That was an iconic joke. Friend of mine, she's like, a friend of mine doesn't like Uki because he's too I don't know, generic or something. It was like, he was like, I don't know, he was like one joke and he was always the same. It's kind of boring. I'm like, oh, interesting, because I thought he was like a very popular character. Does this work for you? I think that's cute. We can clean it up really quick. Can try to clean it up really quick. I feel like something's off though. Like, this needs to be more frontal or something. You distracted me, Aiko. You like the strands? It's nice. I think I want to give her blue hair. Like navy blue hair. I don't think I've drawn a character with like proper blue hair in a while. Yeah, I like that. Blue's cute. I like blue too. Oh, sorry. My face did a weird thing because it got so close to the camera. Vibrant hair characters are slowly dying. Yeah, kind of, aren't they? And now it's like, it's the era of two-toned hair. There's like always like hair, there's always some sort of highlight in the hair. Okay. Here's the sketch. Let's do a cleanup. See, probably with this, I could probably just go in and like paint. Does that make sense? I could probably just do. Let me show you. I'll probably just like choose colors. Let me just choose a grayish for now, just so we can see shit, right? Could just go in and then start doing the layers, right? Like, okay. Oh, this is not blue enough. I kind of want it more blue than that. Right, and I can just paint it in like that. Does that make sense, right? Obviously, it would have to be properly. Wait a second. Like, it would have to be properly shaped and stuff. Nice and clean. I could probably just use a G pen. Maybe not a G pen. I feel like I don't like the way G pens move. Right? Like, oftentimes people do like sketches and they do the hair with the G pen, and I feel like it's like too blobby. So you have artists. You have artists doing that, and like it always gets like this blobby shape. You see a lot of like artists, popular artists as well, use this, but I don't like the blobby shape of it. Even if you have like, you use a big pen. Like they do a full strand of hair. No, no. Basically what I've seen is they basically do the base shape of the hair. I feel like their G pen settings might be a bit different from mine though. Cause mine is super blobby and I don't like it. I think if you have a nice, smoother pen maybe. But that's the thing with the pens, they're usually too... That's why I preferred the mapping pen, even back then when I was doing line art. I always used the mapping pen over the G pen, because the G pen's kind of weird. Even for a small strands, I didn't like the G pen. I always liked this mapping pen more. But that one had this one had the problem that if you did curves, sometimes it would, you know, do like this, and you're like, that's weird. Why did you do that? Right, so you wouldn't really get this result of you wouldn't get the result with, let's see, faces. You wouldn't get the same result. It's like, where is it? The Miku drawing. Put it in faces. Oh, did I? No, I went to eyes, didn't I? Okay, oopsie. I think it was in the eyes. This one, right? See, I don't know what kind of pen. It's like, it's a very simple, like, pen or brush. It's probably just the, it could simply be this, like, circular watercolor thingy, and then they just like go in and erase. I think that's actually the most natural way to do things. Shall we try doing it like this? But then it also kind of requires you, which is why it works best for these types of white background artworks. Trying new things. I think maybe that's why Miko is so nice to work on, because you can separate the layers for Miko really well. For this one it might be a bit more difficult. It's a lot of control too for the right stroke. Yeah, I think that's a lit. Usually I don't have pen pressure, but I think that pen pressure is also like softer. Like they don't go as, the pen pressure doesn't go to 0. Does it make sense? Like it only goes to 50 or 70%. So there's a little bit of pen pressure, but not too much. I usually like it around, I think 70% or something. So it's a little, like there's a little bit, the tiniest bit of pen pressure, but it's not the same as like a G pen or something. Does that make sense? But yeah, I feel like blocking out the shapes, I only really like that for anything that's like far away from the face. Right? So like doing this is fine for me, but doing it on the face, I'm a little scared of that maybe. Not in that case. Let's not do that. Let's take... Let's like draw the eyes first. You know, the most important part. Music stop? Alright. I'm telling you, it's probably going to look fucked up. Once I toggle off the sketch layer. Can you hear the music? Like this one's a bit more quiet. Okay. You know what, funnily enough, I wanted her to have more of like a sparkly-eyed vibe. Now she looks a little bit like a little devil. Supposed to do like Angel series. This one looks like a little devil. She can't be a dark angel? I guess so. I mean, she can be. But it's starting to look like those Chinese artists we might see on Pinterest for reference. I mean, this? Stop flattering. Oh, Brad, you learned how to flatter, huh? sure it's Chinese artists? I think my Pinterest is showing me different Chinese artists from the ones that you're seeing. Because the Chinese artists that I see, they are always like so clean. It's like so sharp, so clean. I feel like my art is usually a little bit more fuzzy. I don't like the way we did this. I need to use a way smaller brush. Is the work in progress? Probably. Because also like Chinese artists, they're great with shapes. Their shapes are always on point. And it always feels professional. I feel like I tend to draw shapes too big. Like I tend to exaggerate them too much. They're really good with scale as well. Because they have like, I don't know, they're just like really good technically. Just got a lot of like good technical skill. Nowadays I had rendering style, but more painterly side than sharp. Yeah. Yeah, and I want better edge control. I can't. It's probably because I lack fundamentals. It always comes back to that. I lack fundamentals. Yet here I am. Too lazy to actually learn the fundamentals. Actually practice. Less about learning, more about practicing. I like the fact that I'm number one. Yeah, I think you're the only one. Are you? There's 3 people. There's 2 lurkers, and you're the only one chatting. It's okay. It makes sense why you're the only one. You're number 1. You are a little yappa too, aren't you? Right as I was about to say it. Right as I said it. It's okay. You know, birds of the same feather flock together. Mind control. No, it's not. As an American, Aiko, is it true that when Americans see brown skin in anime, they immediately like think it's black people? Oh my god, that's a bit of a fail. Usually I think it was interesting. Because I thought it was like... Okay, so... On the internet, right? A lot of the times people are like, oh my god, he's black! Why are you whitewashing him? Etc, etc, right? Especially like Hoyoverse games. And I was thinking that like... Kaya's not... Like, he's not POC. Or anything. He's just tan. Like, he could be anything. He's just tan. You know, that's tan skin. It doesn't mean he's like different race or anything. He's just tan. And in Asia, there's like the range of, you know, you've got light skin, and then you're like, you get brown as in like you get super tan. But usually you get super tan because you're out in the sun. There's a lot of people I know IRL who know a lot of anime, mainly mainstream. in Mirko as well, right? Wasn't there this like issue of Mirko being where they're like, oh my god, he whitewashed her, and I was like, she is just tan. She's a gyaru. She's just tan. Gyarus are just tan. That's it. Gyarus are not black. They're just tan. And in a lot of like Japanese media, when there's a girl that's tan, that's because she's got a bit of that like gyaru aesthetic. And it's because the gyarus use darker foundation or something. I forgot. Like as in like sunbathing tan foundation, you know, like trying to get that look. They're not trying to blackface or anything. It's just an aesthetic. It's like Europeans going to the tanning salon. But instead of going to the tanning salon, the gyarus just slap on foundation. And when they say they whitewash, I'm thinking about, what about the Asians? Right? So I'm like, And then also for K-pop, right? It was like, oh my god, they're always like adding these like white filters and blah blah blah, and they're like whitewashing. And this color looks more natural. I'm telling you, they look on the cameras that like shoot the stages they are darker than what you see in real life. When they add the whitewash, it's closer to what it looks like in real life. Like that's why I was shocked. Like ever since I went to those like concerts, the stage lights actually makes their skin like, it makes their skin glow. So on stage they actually look like Snow White because the lights are so bright. So if you see a video where like they brighten the skin a little bit, that's closer to what it looked like on stage. Because when I was looking there, even the screens that you can see, so usually you have the stage in the center, and then on each side of the stage there's like a screen, right? That like shows all of the close-ups and stuff. And when I was looking on the stage, I was like, wow, it looks nice. And then I was looking on the screen, I'm like, why are they so dark on screen? Right? It's so interesting. I don't like. Do people not notice? When there are like other concerts, do they not notice? Do they think what they see on the screen is more accurate than what they see in real life? And then when someone like actually makes it, right? So I feel like whenever we Asians, right? When we do the editing, yes, obviously there's a factor of, you know, like wanting the Snow White beauty aesthetic. But then also, there's also this notion of like, this doesn't look like what I saw when I was filming this on stage. Let me edit it to really show you what it looked like when I was perceiving it. Does it make sense? It's like when you're editing a photo. And you're taking a photo of your iPhone. You're like, the sunset doesn't look as nice or bright as what I saw in real life. Let me just edit it. Like nobody tells you that you're whitewashing the sun or something, like you're blackwashing the sun. No, only about people, obviously. Right? And I think that's the same thing that they do when they like do the in quotes whitewashing. Obviously, some people go overboard. There is clearly this aesthetic of having flawless, blemishless, and bright, translucent skin in Asia, obviously. Right, so sometimes when you see like white actresses and they get the same treatment as the Asians, you're like, whoa, she's a ghost. And it's funny because like a lot of like white people, their skin is actually like, it's actually really white, but usually there's a little bit of rosiness in there, right? But I feel like the media kind of removes, like the Asian media, they kind of remove the rosiness. Even though the skin tone is that bright, but they like remove the rosiness, which makes them look so ghostly. Because I don't know, they're like, no, skin needs to be totally even. And I'm like, wait, that's a little idiotic. And then they just like remove the rosiness. You're like, no, you should have left that in, bro. Like lighten it, but keep the, you know, keep the blood vessels. It's natural blush. You don't need to remove the blush. Like, she's gonna look dead. It's also a mix of both, I think. But usually I give the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why. I think it's also probably because of a lot of people are more prone to just like jumping on the hate wagon. Like they're so quick to just like hate and complain because I feel like it's almost like their outlet or something. I'm usually not a person who likes to do that sort of thing. But it's a lot more common than I think. Especially, for example, with you have like a strong sense of fairness as well. When I was playing handball, my teammates would always like try to fight the referee. And I'd be like, it's not a big of a deal. If he, you know, if he's making stupid decisions, we just gotta deal with it. Like, if he's shitty, he's shitty. Like, there's no use complaining about it. So I think that's why I'm not like the type of person who's quick to be like, oh my god, he's whitewashing, and like get outraged. Doesn't make sense. I don't get outraged a lot. That's what it feels like. I think there's like this like being outraged is like a skill that I had to learn. Weirdly enough. I was a ref once for my friends. How was it? You get a lot of flack if you're a ref. Lots of rock, paper, scissors and redos. Let's see. Okay, I think I need to draw the hands first before I finish. Continue with the... You know what I'll try? Is to be as conscientious? To be as mindful as possible of where I actually place my line art. Because you don't need to line everything. The most important part is the silhouette, and then I think overlap. So it's probably best to have less line art. Also, I wanted her to have gloves or something. My right eye is blind? Wait, like actual blind? Wait, what happened? Oh, you're just short-sighted or something and you're saying it's blind? Okay, okay. I was worried for a second. Don't scare me, my... Huh? Don't scare me like that. Right. obviously. We have the knuckles. I got my prescription recently and my left eye is 0.75 and my right one is 1.75. So big astigmatism. That's what you call big? Wanna hear my numbers? Told you. Telling you. Telling you. So my right eye is minus 0.5. My left eye is minus point. It's minus 3. Could be 3.25. It's minus 3. Yeah. I didn't notice it for the longest time because back when I was a teen, my right eye was 0. So I didn't even notice that I had astigmatism or what it's called. And only when my right eye got worse and it went to minus 0.5 is when I noticed, like, oh shit, I need glasses. Stigmatism? I don't... Stigmatism. That's funny. Yeah, but it makes it kind of difficult to get glasses because you kind of gotta keep them a little bit like asymmetric. And I think they already made the left glass a little less intense, but it's still kind of hard to use. So I feel like ideally, I would only get a pair of glasses that fixes my right eye's minus 0.5. Right? Because my like asymmetricalness is so bad. If I get the correct prescription, and if I get the, oh my god, you're right, a monocle. No, I would never get a monocle. I'd rather get fake glasses, okay? My asymmetry is so bad that if I get the correct prescription, I cannot wear the glasses because I got that once. Because those stupid Germans, okay? The Germans are like, everything's gotta be correct. So they gave me correct glasses and I couldn't wear them because I would get massive headaches. I tried wearing my glasses and they tell you, right? Yeah, you gotta wear them like 8 hours per day for 2 weeks at least. I tried that. I couldn't because like I would get massive headaches and then it would feel like I was cross-eyed. I felt like I was cross-eyed, and when I took off the glasses after those 8 hours, because it was like, I cannot do this anymore, I was seeing double vision. I genuinely couldn't do it. And then basically when I got my glasses made in Vietnam, the lady was like, you know, it wasn't even a lady, it was like a younger sis because they were younger than me. And they were like, yeah, so I have got asymmetry as well. And what we have to do is like, you gotta like try out these glasses and just like tell me if this works for you, if you have a headache or something. Also look into the distance. I don't think I did that properly. I should have like told them it's still too intense. It was like kind of okay, but it's like borderline too intense. Like it's almost too intense. And they basically said like, yeah, we kind of have to have weaker prescription on your left eye, otherwise you'll get like headaches and stuff. I'm like, wait, so this is a known issue? Like this is a known issue. And the fucking Germans did not take that into consideration. And I'm getting better service in Vietnam, the supposedly inferior country. Germans are so on their like superiority. Like, we're so efficient, we're so blah blah blah, and then their service is like shit. Like we went to a Wagyu place once, friends and I, right? We were served. There were like really cute Japanese ladies and stuff, and they were like really nice, but we got the German server. Oh my god, she talked like one of those teachers. She was talking like one of those teachers? they always sound annoyed with you. Like, I was sitting there. We were paying like $80 per person. And I was sitting there, like, I was like, oh my god, I don't belong here. And she was like, yeah, and then you do this and that, and don't do this, blah, 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 you know, like, you gotta carefully do. And, like, her tone was horrendous. I was like, should people in the service industry have, like, a service smile? Or should I just sit there and, like, not demand them to, like, it's also kind of assholey of me to demand them to be nice. Like, damn! Like, if I was a service person, I would never talk like this. I'm like I would hold myself to a different standard. I guess it's the end of your shift or something, but damn, girl! She had to deal with frustrating customers. I know customers can be frustrating, but then also, like, you are in the service industry. Like, this is to be expected. Why are you complaining? Type of shit. I don't know. I don't think I have, like, understanding for these things. Like, you always, like, obviously, yeah, you will always get, like, shitty customers and people will be shit. But then also, like, why would you let that sour? Like, why would I punish the nice customers or, like, a normal customer just because I had, like, bad experiences with, like, 2 customers that were assholes? Like, why would the quality of my service go down just because I had, like, I was like, oh my god, there's too many customers that are like shit. Does that make sense? I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, you're gonna make your money, you're gonna go home. Like, why would you let... I don't understand why you would take what happens at work home. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, someone was an asshole, like, someone was being an asshole to you? Damn, maybe they had, like, maybe they woke up on the wrong foot. It's not your problem. They made it your problem for, like, the time that they were there, but why would that be your problem after work and going home? Is my mentality weird? Is that not normal? Logical thinking? I'm so confused. Why people, like, every time people are like, yeah, I worked at in retail once and it was horrendous. I'm like, how horrendous could it be? And they're like, the people. I'm like, I don't know. Unless someone's, like, really racist or something. Usually it's not that bad. Or, like, sometimes people are stupid. But that's just them being stupid. It's not even malicious. I don't know. Or, like, they're being annoying. But it's not like, it's not, I don't know. It's not worth quitting over. And then also, if it was like someone who's like, I don't know, like a foreign looking person, and I'd be like, okay, maybe like the racism is rampant. But the person who told me that was just like a white lady, like white, blonde eyed and everything. So I'm like, and then also she's like like a very sunshine person. So I'm like, how bad could it be for you? Like, you're nice. You're sweet, you're pretty. Is it a mental issue? Is it, huh? Right, so I'm like, yeah, and then like I also for like the shitty server, I was like, I guess that's just a natural attitude. But damn, I'm like, nah, do I like it? No. But I'm still gonna eat the food, I guess. Yeah. I was just like, sometimes I just think about it. I'm not letting it ruin my experience, but I'm like, okay. Server gets like 1 star. 1 star review.
Your eyes, they shine like starlight. The moon
Another OC for the basement. Pizza now.
lights up your smile.
She's just part of the sisterhood, okay? The angel sisterhood. Hello, how are you doing?
Of neon
Your life.
beyond compare. I will give you comfort.
I'm alive, yes.
And
She sent one message and immediately got rank 2. Oh, you gotta be a little scared, Aiko, otherwise your top rank will be stolen. I'm good. Just obtained a plate of food. Nice. What's for dinner? I guess it is dinner time. She'll never beat me. So Mitsuna, you probably didn't know. Probably missed it. But Aiko was insisting on a wolf cut. So this is the closest we'll get. It looks wonky! Girls, it looks wonky as hell!
Butterflies will play about your head, bringing love and wisdom when the morning comes. When the morning
Just gonna draw the head silhouette. I probably don't even need to draw the head silhouette. I should probably, now that I have the face and stuff done. Usually people hate drawing. You know, like back in the day when it was like taboo to draw, to see the eyebrows through the hair? I was like, bro, your hair's like, it's not solid. Sometimes it peeks through, depending on how you move. That was like the most annoying don't do this art thingy back in the day. Same as like don't shade with black. That was like also the most annoying thing because people like took it out of context. They took it out of context, or like they made it a general rule and they're like, you should never just like go down, blah blah blah. I'm like, sometimes you gotta do that. And then there's like all of these artists that do like ink style. There's like, oh, I forgot his name. Like the like Hades art style. All of the shadows are black. Right? It is so popular now. Back then they were like, no, you cannot shade in black. And it was like, what people meant was like traditional artists don't mix in black if you're trying to get a shadow color, because it won't be as vibrant. But then they make it like this general rule, and it's like sometimes that rule is not applicable. Yeah, that's why you know, sometimes they're like, if your color is cool, your shadow color should be warm. Or if your light color is warm, your shadow color should be cool. I'm like, yeah, if you want more contrast, but sometimes you want it more monochrome. So you don't do it. And people just like blindly follow those instructions, and it pissed me off. think it should be more over here. I was also thinking about giving her like different shaped eye. You know, like all different sparkles. Have it a little bit like more decora or something like that. You know? That goes there. The hands. Oh no! Wait, hold on. I gotta separate the hands. This hand specifically. You know what? Funnily enough, I'm kind of satisfied with how the hands turned out. I was worried in the beginning, but it's kind of okay. And this, I probably don't even need to do that anymore. Okay, hold on. Let me try. Let me try using that. And actually, give the hands blocking first. I'll go from front to back maybe. Well, it'll be a mix. I'm a chaotic person. We'll do a mix of both. Also, I don't think the gloves will stay blue, but we'll see. We'll see. Alien angel? No? Where'd that come from? I'm 50-50 on if I like the eyebrows to show through the hair. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I usually do it like very softly, just so that people can have a like, so they can kind of imagine the expression a little bit better. She kind of looks cross-eyed. Kind of bothering me. I need to fix her eyes later, but let me just do the blocking. My bad, forgot those were gloves. Gloves. Oh my god, no, you... I'm not... Oh, what were they called? I'm not making her one of the blue men. What even is that? Is it like a comedy show? Is it like a theater or something? What are the men in blue? The blue men? Why do they all look the same too? No, not Avatar. Wait, are you too young to know about the blue men? Yeah, the blue men with the like black... It's like circus people almost. I don't know what it is, but they always have like this blue face paint and the black... They honestly looked a little scary. You know who I'm talking about? Yeah. I think it's like a show or something. Local angel becomes obsessed with alien media and scare spirits into thinking they're being abducted. You know, that's actually funny. You know, that would be so interesting. Having angels fight aliens. Wait, my music is stopped. By the way, this channel, they seem to have like actual DJs and stuff. Yeah, just so you know. You see like Miho and Eiko. They have like actual DJs and stuff. And then they're like playing. I don't think it's copyrighted or anything either. Unless this is also AI generated. I don't think so, but I hope not. If it is AI generated, I'm gonna kill myself or something. But then also, I didn't look closely enough. I think it's actual people. It's usually like every time it's a little bit of a different studio, a different set, and a different person. Right? I can see another episode. By the way, we did watch all of the episodes, I think. I think my Crunchyroll was just like, we just left it on an old episode or something. Which is why I thought we still had something left to do. It was like episode 20, season 1 or something. Oh, wait. Wrong part, wrong part. Wrong part, this one. This one's the blue part. That'd actually be crazy effort for an AI generated music playlist. Right? Why, you'll never know. You never know. But I think it's also like too unique of a set and a style for it to be AI generated. Hopefully. Right, so we got that. And then I'll just make it a light blue for now. I'll continue with the darker blue for the hair. But actually, let's do the hair in the back first. Right? So basically, I don't need to do... See what I mean? I don't need to do all of the line art. And this is easy to separate enough. I feel like it's easier to do this with portraits because a lot of the time, I don't know, like bigger illustrations have so many parts that you need to keep like separated and stuff. That's like is such a pain. I think this could be... that one. Honestly, I'm a little worried. So I did apply for a really small con that I got confused about, right? I think I have to cancel that one. I think I have to cancel that one. It's just a 2-hour drive though. Should I cancel it? Because I don't think I have enough stock. I don't think I'll have enough stock for like a weekend con. Hi Tiso. The Tiso man. Did I say this before? But I keep misreading it and I'm like, oh, the Tism man. And I'm like, oh, Tiso made autism his personality trait. I don't think you did, but you know. The Tism. Yeah, like if you just glance over really quick, it looks like the Tism man. Does it not? Is it just me? But you're more blind than me? Yeah? I mean, you knew already. I told you. My left eye is like minus 3 point... No. I think it's just 3.0. I don't think it got worse, but... It could have gotten worse. It could be like minus 3.25 now or something. But yeah. I just had it in the corner of my eye. It popped up and was like, hi everybody. And I was like, the Tism man. See, because like you keep seeing me draw, right? Like I'm kind of, you know, like only reading out of the corner of my eye occasionally, like going over. Because I'm drawing at the same time as reading. It's kind of like reading subtitles or watching anime. You know, you don't really look at the subtitles. You just like perceive them a little. Corner of your left eye? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you know, but I'll show you. I'll show you what my setup looks like. So basically, this is my drawing screen, right? And then I have the bigger... It's not actually on a thing, but I'm basically drawing over here. And then on this side, OBS is on this side. And the chat is over here. So you guys are literally squished into the corner. This is where chat is. And usually, since I do have my screen on the other side, this is the chat that I actually read. I usually read the chat bubbles over here. You know, where my model is and everything. So I only saw the tiny little like Tiso man. It's a big screen too. I just saw the Tiso man over there. Right, while also like trying to read these thingies or like checking my artwork on this. Because I use this window, like the window of my stream. Basically this is OBS, right? There's like all of these settings and stuff. I use this screen as my like proof, my color proof, and like looking at it like a second monitor. Like a just like a color check and everything. So if you see me looking over here, I look at the other screen. If I look over here, I'm actually looking at my Cintiq. Does that make sense? Now you know. My setup is really simple though. I don't know how other people do it. But it's what's worked for me. You just have two monitors? Yeah. I think unless you're doing something else, like you're working in game dev or something, I think two monitors should be enough. As long as the second monitor is one of the big ones, then two monitors should be enough. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I had a third monitor, but that's only when I want to see the content that I'm consuming at the time, while also having a screen for references and then my third screen for drawing. But that's almost being a little too greedy. I think two monitors and maybe like a tablet would be enough. And then you can watch YouTube on your tablet. You can have that run on the tablet, and then you have your PC monitors for work only. Right? But when I was working in game dev, I did need 3 monitors kind of, right? Because I would have one monitor with like references or Slack, and then a second monitor with Unity, you know, the game engine where I work in, and then I'd have Blender on a third monitor. Right? And sometimes that didn't even feel... well, no, I think 3 monitor was perfect for that type of work. For other types of work, I think it's fine if you just have 2. But if you're working on a PC, you need at least 2. Like if you only have 1 monitor and you're like I don't know, like you're a programmer or something, I'm like, you are mad. You are mad for only using a single monitor if you're a programmer. As an artist, if you're like a 2D artist, maybe you can get away with just using a single monitor. Because the moment you are a 3D artist, you need at least 2 monitors, right? Either references or the engine or like Substance Painter, while you also have your modeling program open, because you keep like you need to switch between programs a lot. And then you have to re-export things. And that just, you know, it's just way easier when you have like 2 monitors. There's some people with 4 monitors and I don't know how they do it. I feel like 4 monitors is too much. What would you do with 4? Like, that's almost excessive. At that point, it's like, maybe you're just kind of shit at managing your space. Or you're blind and you need everything and like, or everything's so far away for you. I don't know. That doesn't sound normal. Yeah, hold on. I think we gotta fix the yeah, that's a little a little scuffed. That's very scuffed. I said something easy. Where's the easy part? Maybe nothing in life is easy. It doesn't even have clothes at the moment. Maybe I'll just give her a turtleneck. But yeah, if you look at the sketch, eyebrows, I don't know, the eyes. It's the eyes that are scuffed. Because these things should also kind of align, you know? Maybe I have to redo the pupils? No, the irises. Iris out. Wait, actually. You can see the mistake. You can see the mistake. Do you see how crooked this is? Good world, by the way, Milk. It's kind of reminding me of Suisei because of the hair color. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We can decide where we want to plant the see, let me show you a trick. I don't even know if it's a trick, but just mask out the shit and then you can play around with the positioning of the eyes. Did she eat all of the blueberries and drink blue paint? Maybe. Mitsuna, just wait. These are like temporary colors. Always making assumptions. This girl. I'll put this and then we can... And do you see what I mean? You can kind of, you know, edit the direction in which eyes are looking, but I think I didn't finish my sentence. I think the shapes of the face itself, or like of the eye, like the base for the eyes is a little weird. Does that make sense? Like if you have a shitty eye position, like eye shape, no matter how you position your irises, it's gonna look weird. I'm dead tired. Rest Tiso, get a bed. Don't sleep on the ground. She's causing a shortage of blues. I'm concerned. It's okay. It's okay. Blue's gonna come back. I'll just take this and I just move it over, which I think looks weird. And then I just I don't know if that works. I just take grayish color, give a bit of a pinkish tone, and then originally I wanted her to have this kind of dark blue hair, and this was supposed to be mostly almost white. And then for gloves, actually I wasn't sure what color I would give them. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do full gloves like this or if I wanted them to be like this. Maybe we'll do it asymmetrical. One hand is fully gloved and the other hand is like lace or something like that, up until here. I think we'll do it like that. That also kind of looks weird. What if we... What if we do the... Could either be one of these, you know? Or I was thinking that we could even make this like fishnet or something, and then make this part a full glove. I forgot what these look like. But no. What if I do this? No. Maybe layered gloves? It would have to be something like that. Her job application? I should get to sleep early though. Good night, everyone. Good night. Wait, how is it already 12 a.m.? Shit. 45. Half an hour. Half an hour. Okay, we're spending too much time figuring out this shit. This is good. This is good. This level is good. This level of balance. This level of balance is good. Thank you very much. I just realized I feel like she doesn't have enough hair down there. Like she'd probably need a little bit more. Or giving her a sailor skirt to cover it up. Oh, you know what? That wasn't bad. Problem is that sometimes I end up having these little tangents. Still a lot of inwards. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, and then also I forgot about this piece. And then it could be we do something like this? I also put it above. Give this a bit of a jelly. No. I think one strand is probably enough, and then it is a weird hairstyle, not gonna lie. It lacks depth. Kind of unbalanced. Hello, can you move down? Thank you. So we got these blue parts. Not blue parts, but these like very background parts. And then I think it's also time for a pair of wings. Though I don't think people will know that there's a pair of wings. Probably okay if I don't have them. For now. Actually, I do want them. Hehe. I do want wings. Not like this, maybe. Oh, hi! Hi, Cade. Hello. Number 3. You am. Yes, you are. You think, therefore you are. Right. I can make that lighter. I think I need to fix some of the hair since we did move the eyes around. No. I'll think about it. Hey, what's going on with this part? Oh. Let me put it under the... Oh. This part under the... Could also add a star or something on the beret. I think it's... I want to keep the beret simple. Let me explain. Okay. The composition right now is a little bit like this, right? You've got a little bit of the circle going on with the beret, which is why berets are great. because they immediately frame. And then your hands also play into it, right? It frames the face. Also, I probably need to make this a little like smaller or something, like her face is a little thick. Like her chin is a little long. Right, so it frames the face nicely, and then you've got the face framing bangs, right? So the focus is essentially the eyes. So if you want to add more stuff, you'd kind of, you know, add some items over here maybe. Like I think I'll add a few accessories or something, or like a star-shaped hair clip or something. So it's all close to the eyes. That makes sense? Do I add little flowers, or do I feel like I want to add little flowers rather than like a big... Oh, well, but the big stars also... I can't add all of it. I kind of want it all. Okay, wait. What else do I... Girl, you stole all my money. Sometimes the lyrics are so funny. Welcome back, Mitsuna. Oh, there's like, I can probably just use a star shape. This is what you have these shapes for. Like, this has been done a lot. There we go. This is perfect for like little... And then we go to the chin. We make it a little... Something's wrong. Something's wrong with... Ooh! Don't do that. I did something wrong with the chin. I still kind of want her to look away. Like in that direction rather than look into the camera. I don't know if I can do that though. Like it would. Trying to get a little bit of the curvature right. I probably won't do this like fuzzy line thingy simply because I cannot draw it the correct perspective. So she'll have to have more outlined irises, I suppose. And then this part can be a little bit more open. Maybe something like this. Closer to what I wanted, I think. Yeah. Can make them bigger? Oh, maybe not. And it's something with the face, I think. Basically, this is where the This is where the face was. And I don't think you can see any of the, like, can't see the outline anymore. Because it's obscured. Even this was wonky. No wonder I was struggling so hard. It is kind of wonky. Ooh. Maybe like this. Oh. Right. Just add shadows. And then we remove this. And then also this part, because it's a little unsettling that it kind of like goes straight into the eye. And then also I think the angle on this one wasn't great. Angle of attack. And then also this eye specifically, I think this one needs to be straight up, and then paint it like this, but I shouldn't be here fixing, but for the sake of my sanity, my conscience, what the fuck? Conscience. Huh? Conscience? Like consciousness? Bro. See, this is how you know I never had English speaking training. I only knew my words from reading and reading subs. I do not actually know the English pronunciation for a lot of these things. Misspelling IRL, stop! For my conscience, I guess? I forgot what I wanted to say. For my conscience, I need something. I don't know what I need for my conscience, but it's something. For sure. I think what I'll do is like take a piece of this and I'll put it over, and then I'll just paint it in like this, just so it feels less awkward, you know. Right, does it feel less awkward? The space over there at least. And then you can, you know, later we'll just paint over these spaces a little bit. Plus, I think we had a little bit of openness over here. I kind of filled in preemptively. I thought it would look better. And then it ended up looking worse. See, this is why the base colors are great to figure out your shapes. Which is why my shapes are so shit. Look at that. It's so messy. Pissing me off. I want to do a little bit of shading, a little bit of painting. They're just fixing shapes because I'm a shit artist. Music, yes, yes. And this is why you don't need line art. You can just you just like go straight into doing shapes. Sometimes you don't need line art. You can just go and fix whatever this shit is. Alright, look at that. Like, okay. Bit of a messy angel, but okay. I'll take it. I'll just keep it like that and then I'll just have another piece of hair just obscure. Can do that. Okay. What kind of eye color do I want? You just go with the blue. If I make her yellow, she'll look like Crony. I think. I don't want that. Yellow or white? You know what? Silver might be nice. You might be right. Maybe we'll just keep them silver. Silver white. Actually, I like the colored hair, but you know, like this white eye color. That's kind of nice. Question is, do we make this? I mean, inadvertently. Will turn darker. I think her mouth and nose are still in like weird positions. Every day, every time, every single time, it's the nose that gives me trouble. Has it ever been anything else? It's always been the nose. Not a single drawing has gone by where I did not struggle with the placement of the nose. Genuinely. I'm so tired of the nose. No struggle. Struggle real. Let me just do this, do that. Remove these lines so you can see that there's something in front of it. It's really full over here and so simple over here. We probably have to just like redraw this area where it's like just to make this place more complex. You know, like later on, but we can do that while we paint over it. Also, you know what? It's missing a little bit of movement. It feels so stiff. It feels so stiff. It's like it's a little unusual. Okay. Well. Just know to fix this up later. Let's see. I don't know, it still feels weird. Wait, hold on. It still feels weird. I'm gonna... It's because this is so chaotic. And you cannot make out the shape of her face. Like, let's see. See, I wonder if it's actually better to just like brainstorm in color. Like, I should probably not have the finger over there. Probably. Right, it's easier to see it this way. Let's do this. And then you cannot see what's behind here. Okay. It's forbidden knowledge that her fingers don't make sense. Because now it kind of feels like fingers like this, okay? Doesn't make sense? Now you've got better. Well, literally, yeah, it's because I'm always like this close. But I'm really close because the camera is just so... And then once you have the fingers and the and stuff, you're like, oh, you know what? Let's see. I feel like this line specifically. Probably have to redo the lines and stuff so I can add coloring later. Now I'm figuring out the shapes, you know. And then also see, I should probably be sketching like this. You know. Just sketching like this, and then later I can do the cleanup, and then I can just like, you know, adhere to the sketch. And then do the lighting and stuff. Rather than try to do the base colors and lines and stuff, because clearly it's like, it's not my thing. And then I can also shape the eyes a little bit better. You know what? I do like that a lot better. Her bangs keep getting longer and longer, and she's starting to look more and more degenerate. This one's a messy angel, huh? See? Could this be considered bangs? Model keeps glitching. I'm thinking about maybe doing a commission for Nitro on Discord or Robux. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, do that. Do that, Aiko. I feel like you could probably do commissions later on. To at least earn yourself a little bit of spending money, you know? So you can buy stuff that you want to buy. And you don't have to ask your parents for it. And it gives you a little bit of like experience handling clients. But technically, unless you're like a really crazy artist with a huge following, it's really hard to make that into a career. But you know, it's nice as a hobby, as a little bit of extra income. You know, to try out new things. Spending money. Spending money where you don't have to feel, you know, like guilty about spending it, you know? Where you're like, oh my god, I should be using it to save up for, I don't know, a house or something. That could literally just be your spending money. Like your play money. What if we... green pupils? Maybe like cyan pupils. I want it to almost be greenish though. Yeah, grassy green. So it feels a little bit like otherworldly. I'm not painting it, I'm just, you know, making a bit of a... like a sketch. Before cleaning it up again. Maybe later tomorrow. Should I do one where it's like yellow? Yellow blush and stuff? Because I feel like a lot of the art is pink and I'm so tired of everything being kind of pink. So I just want different colors. There we go. It's not fully yellow eyes, but you know, it's got that yellow vibe that we wanted. Aiko. You know what? If I was able to do commissions like this, would be nice too. But weirdly enough, it's the men that keep commissioning me. I want to draw girls too, but I keep commissions for male characters. I mean, I think it's pretty much 50-50. But usually it's like the cool girls, or like a cool guy, or like a twink guy. I don't get like cute girl commissions like this. Because my art style is not girly pop enough. I was raised like a man, so now I only know how to cater to men. That's so sad. Stop. It's my fate. See, this is why I keep drawing like girly girls in my personal art. I don't get to do it anywhere else. Not in real life, because I'm not girly pop. And even in art. I keep drawing. And then also the fan art that I do is all guys. The Ace syndrome. You know what? It's really fun. Ace is indeed getting me more commissions. Because usually when there's like guys commissioning me and they're like inquiring about like live TV models, it's always like, oh, I really like how you did Ace's model. I'm like, that's nice, thank you. Yeah. So thank you, Ace. Definitely big thank you. At this point, I should probably give Ace like a 10% finder's fee or something. But then also, Ace, your mama is so fucking broke. She can't even sponsor you. Because there's always other priorities that I need to pay first. What's it like having a broke artist mama? A broke model mama. I'm so funny. Let's see. The mama's still getting milk. I am the milk. I'm at the store. No one's buying. Well, the artists are buying. Like the you know, digital world is buying me, but you know, IRL is not buying me. Oh, you know, I've been thinking about it, right? So I saw a video today on how apparently Germany keeps saying that there's not enough fuck, what is the English word for this? It's not skilled labor, it's Fachangestellte. Oh, there's not enough specialists. There's like a specialist shortage in Germany, is what they say. Right? And if you think about it, people who went to study something, there's only like a 2.9% unemployment rate or something like that. Damn, I'm one of the like 2.9% apparently. To be fair though, I don't consider game design should not be considered a normal like study course or like degree. I don't think it's really a degree, honestly. It's kind of like, I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like disguised as a degree and it shouldn't count as one. Is what I'm saying. Anyways, right? So there isn't really that big of an unemployment rate. So, and there's a lot of Germans are studying. It's not like we're not studying, you know. There's a lot of young people that are studying, but apparently it's because, you know, entry-level positions require you to have 3 years of work experience and stuff, and then they also pay you like shit. They're gonna pay you underneath the meridian and stuff, right? So they were saying basically they want Ferraris, but they don't want to, you know, they don't want to pay for a Ferrari. They just want a Ferrari without having to pay for it. And suddenly there's not Ferraris. It was basically like, yeah, you're looking for a car with these specs and it also needs to be under 10k and it needs to blah 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 and needs to have all of these features and it shouldn't have these many miles on it, and suddenly you've got a shortage of this sort of car, right? Even though there's a lot of this like brand and stuff. And I was thinking, right? And then I was looking for covers of songs that I like, Vocaloid songs that I like back in the day. And it was basically, I was looking for Utitis, and I have a very specific taste, right? And usually when there's covers and it's like duets, oftentimes I only like one singer of the duet and I don't like the other pair. And I want to listen to these covers that are like for life, right? I want to really like it, so I download it and actually use it. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm no different than the German, I don't know, job market. He needs to be a good singer, he needs to have good voice technique, and the voice also needs to be pleasant, easy on the ears, and smooth, and then the partner also needs to be oftentimes it's like corporate VTubers. Like, for example, I really like Hoshirube Show's voice. And then he does a cover with another singer that I like. Not a singer, but another VTuber that I like. Hibashimana. I like his singing voice. He's really good at singing. Got great technique, everything. Sounds very ikemen, is very pleasant on the ears if he does his ikemen voice. I want them to do a collab, which they did, but I don't like the song. I don't like the song that they collabed on. But then, a song that I like, Hoshirube Show is not collabing with a person, with a partner that I like for that song. Does that make sense? So I'm like, I'm pulling out my hair because I'm so fucking picky when it comes to cover songs and like singers and stuff. And I don't even know why it is. It's like, yeah, they sing nice. If I listen to it twice or thrice, like, yeah, actually, they've got good technique. They actually sound quite nice. I can see why they're popular with singing and stuff. But I just don't like the color of their voice. Fuck. Or like, it's not even that I dislike it. It's more like, it's not my cup of tea. Right? And I'm like, fuck. Life. It's muzukashii. I was also thinking of giving this character like highlights. You know, I was thinking of giving her like a white strand of hair or something. I thought would be cute. But we'll have to see about it once I've cleaned this up. Oh yeah, also. Actually, I need more orangey. I forgot to check what it would look like with some shading on it. Still not. I don't like the way I do the mouth. And then every time I flip it, it kind of looks weird as well. Hold on. Hold on. I'm about to fix it. Maybe it's because I added this stupid shadow. Okay, wait, hold on. I wanted to check on this on 3 AO3 manga and saw it was finished. It's one of the manga that got yoinked off of the site when they got all those takedown requests. I like the eyes and how they shine. Thank you! It's not sparkly enough yet. Not enough depth yet, but you know, we're working on the shapes right now. I'm too stupid to draw a single portrait within 3.5 hours. This is why I wouldn't be able to make this a career. I'm just not skilled enough to draw quickly enough. This is why this will always stay a hobby. And nothing more. Then also, like, the eyes are asymmetrical. Look at how wonky and crooked that is. This one's bigger than this one. Like, I can see it. How about I enlarge it? Ooh. confused. Maybe it's just... Oop. Oop, oop. Honestly, I don't know. Could be anything. Could be that they're too far apart. We'll never know. For now, I'm working on the shape of the hair. We'll just figure it out as we go. I say, as I continue fixing. What if I... Ooh! Make her smile. No, I don't want to. Maybe a bit of a shy smile. Oh, I think this is it. I think I got the shape face. Face shape. Shape face. Face shape. The fuck? Having a stroke right now. And then we do like yellow. Honestly, if I finish this, I should make this in a bigger size and then maybe even have this as a little print or postcard. I feel like it's a cute motif. I don't even know if this would be popular. What if we do... I always like the white freckles. I always like the white freckles, kinda, what was a trend? It was really popular like years ago. But then it kinda got overdone. I was getting sick of it. But now maybe I'll bring it back. A little bit of decora. Decora, whatever it's called. How about that? I wonder if I should change the... Honestly, I should probably change the color of the gloves. Yeah. Just so that there's a little bit more contrast. And then... And then let me just... Also, it's gonna be softer than this. I'm usually not a... This is actually so easy. Honestly, if I stuck to this fucking art style, you know? Like the flat matte colors and then the black outlines and shadows and inks, I would do so well. But it's not the art style I wanna do. Which is why I am suffering like this. Every day, every time. This one's so easy to do, and it's also like it gives you good results. It gives you good and easy, quick results. Life is not musukashi when you do it like this. Ja, ja. Ja, ja. It's something like this, and then, you know, you got the hair. Let me just... Should we do lighting from... like this? Because I kinda like this better. It also needs to be dark enough that it feels a little more shiny. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I like this. Oh, also I forgot. Usually what I do... This is such an old trick in the book. We still do it because it's effective. A little glow. The glow trick. And then... Right, you've got a little bit of that. Oh,